I've told other people this before. I say, sometimes you have to like get out of where you're at, like take a moment and stand back, like you're looking at, being the audience of your own life, right? And what am I doing right now? So it's like, take that. It's almost like if I can, do a little out of body experience when I'm working like crazy, stand back and look at myself. And then I tell them, I say, don't be afraid to invest in yourself.
What do you think has been the biggest advantage now for you having this direction and these coaches in your life?
So the biggest advantage is it's actually freeing me up to do more of what I want to do. I've always had like these goals. I put goals out there, stretch goals, regular goals. And then I have those, what do they call them? The big, hairy, audacious goals. I forget who put that one.
Yeah. BHAGs, Jim Collins. Yep.
Yeah. And it's like, I put that out there and some people, I don't know, I'll get a little kickback saying, oh, you're crazy. That'll never happen. And it's like, oh yes, it will. You got to have that mindset. Like, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to get this done. And you just got to do it piece by piece by piece, So, is that answering your question there?
Well, I think, it's just that you're having them is giving you that advantage to have those goals, I guess is what you're saying, having the time to really, because now you have the time to be strategic in your business and do the things that you want in your life. And that's where you are. So if somebody's out there and they're where you were and they're working like crazy and they're getting home and doing the paperwork and they're not sleeping much and they're, running that lifestyle, what would you suggest as like the first thing? If you only saw someone once, maybe you bumped into them at the supermarket and you maybe you're never going to see them ever again. And they're like, hey, I'm working like crazy. I'm doing all these things. What would be the one thing you would tell them to go do?
I think I would tell them to take a moment, to sit back and look at their life. I've told other people this before. I say, sometimes you have to like get out of where you're at, like take a moment and stand back, like you're looking at, being the audience of your own life, right? And what am I doing right now? So it's like, take that. It's almost like if I can, do a little out of body experience when I'm working like crazy, stand back and look at myself. And then I tell them, I say, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. That's what you need to do is go learn, figure out what you want to do and don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Get a coach, invest into your own education, invest into how I can do things better. So that I'm not living this crazy, work every day lifestyle and stuff. And the other thing that I would tell them is this is some of the best advice I've ever got is, when you're making money, take a little bit of money and save that money right off the top. I think a gentleman told me once, he said, there's always more month than there is, at the end of the month, there's always more month than there is paycheck. So as soon as you get that paycheck, put 10% of that aside, sit on that, don't touch it because, that's kind of like what you can use for investing into yourself and stuff. And then you just, have that little bit of savings because it's like, it just feels good. It's like that, what do you want to call it? It's just a safe spot, just having that savings, a fallback so that you can fall back on that. Because there's times you're going to, oh, my car broke down. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, now I got to go dip into that account and get that paid for. So I'm not, putting a bunch of stuff on credit, which credit's good, but you have to be smart about how you use it. Right. And so, but mainly it's investing in myself, taking the time to invest in myself, go educate myself and getting to where I want to be and having some kind of accountability. Now, some people are really good at going out and just being their own person and really driving going forward. But I need somebody myself to account to so that they're like, well, how many hours did you spend, messing around with your computer or playing that game or going fishing or doing whatever, it's like, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have been doing that. I should have been working on this a little bit more. So, because, we'll do that. Well, for me anyway, if I don't have somebody that I'm accountable to, I'll say that I'll kind of trick myself, or it's not even trick to myself. I don't know what the right word is for it, but sometimes it's like I will be a little bit lazy or I'll be a little sneaky against my own self. Or if I put accountability out there, I can't do that because I'm basically on site. I'm I'm out there and I'm being watched, and I have to go show that I'm getting things done. And this is what I'm doing and taking care of things and moving forward. So it's kind of like also having those goals, setting some goals and being out there to where you want to be. And if you can set those goals and then have somebody else look at those goals and then go visit that again with that coach or mentor or whoever it is that you look up to, and then have a meeting a year from now and go, hey, let's look at these goals. Where have you gotten to? And it's really nice to set your goals and go back and go, wow, I got all that stuff done and then some. I even got more than I got done on my list, which is really nice. So
yeah,
that's what I'd really say. It's just, get in, don't be afraid to invest in yourself, because that's what you got to do.
Right.
Be proud of what you do and share it.
Right. Hey there, I want to give you something really big. It's called Clear Path to Customers. It's the way that we get the right language to get the right client. I like to call them your wow clients, so that you can have more results, more revenue, more raving fans, and more referrals. And I want to give this to you absolutely free. And all you have to do is go to stevenapolitan.com to check it out, or you can look at the description here. We'll put the details there. As always, remember, choose gratitude and create freedom.